What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 10. We are going to be talking about how to use tables in this episode, and I'll explain what they are, how you use them, and what you might want to use them for. Also, thank you guys for the 250 subs. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. So let's hop right into our script here, new script. So basically, all the table is just a list. So you could have a list of foods or games or animals, and that's all it is, nothing special. So what might want to use a list for is if you have a game where you want a random food to spawn out of a couple different options, just all the same percentage chances, then you could put all the foods into a list, and when the script calls on a food to spawn, you could just pick one out of the list using math.random. So we are first going to do like you would the function, but we're going to do local first list, and you can name it anything you want. Doesn't have to be first list, whatever you want. And then you want to put the curly brackets, and you got to put the equal sign. My bad. So local, and then you don't have to do local. It could be not local if you want to be able to call it in other scripts. And then your list name equals curly brackets. And then what is in the curly brackets is what the list is. So we'll just put a a string, and then you put a comma, and then you can put another part of the list, and we'll put a number, and then we'll also just put true. So first, you can just print the list if you want. And then if we go and I will open the output again and we will press run. Oh, I did not mean to press the start server button. I'll close that and then now we can run. And you will see in the output a little drop down arrow with some dots next to it. And that indicates that that's our list that it's printing. And if you click the drop down, it will show you all of the things that are in the list and they'll be ordered. So as you can see in the list, there will be different values, 1, 2, 3. It starts at 1 and then it goes up from there. But if you guys plan on learning any other coding languages, just remember in almost every other language, a list will start at a value of 0 for the first option and not a value of 1. Not all do that, but a lot of them do. But in Roblox, it starts with the value of 1 at first. So we can go back out of that. And if you want to only print a certain item from the list, what you can do is you can put the value number, which you just saw a second ago. But so we'll print 69 because that's the second value. So we'll put a 2. So if we go press run, you can see it printed the second value, which was 69. And then you can also insert something to the list by doing table.insert, and then we'll put our table name, comma, and then we'll put what we want to insert afterwards. So we will insert a 420. And if we then go down, we can print the list, press run, and you will see it printed the second value because I still left that in. And then it adds 420 as the fourth value. And then we were able to call it afterwards because from that point on, it was part of the list. So you can also remove items from the list. So we can did do table dot remove, and then we'll do our list, but we are going to remove 69, and then we are going to print the second value again. I hit the wrong key. I was not thinking there. There we go. So we are now going to create the list the first, then we're going to print the second value. We're adding a fourth value, and then we're printing the list just to see it before it changes again. And then we're removing the second value. So now we go back down to 3 and we're printing the new second value, which should be true. Oh, okay. Rookie mistake. I put 69 instead of doing 2, which is what the position of that is in. But the thing is, we have to change this. It has to be 2, not 69. So we have to remove the value of it and not type what it is because it will think that we're looking for the 69th value, not 69 in there. So we will press run, prints the second value, which was 69, prints the list, and it added on 420. And then we can't see it in here, but it was removed. And then because it was removed, we see true because that's the new second value. We can also use if statements, and also there is a find function. So we're going to get rid of this. And what we're going to do is if table.find, and then you put your table list, and then comma, and then we're going to put what we are looking for. So we will put 69. Then it'll automatically put an end for you. And then it's basically a normal if statement after this point. But we're going to continue altering the table just to give you as many examples as we can. So we will then do table dot insert and put our table name, comma, and we will insert 420 again. And then we will print the table. So we'll press run. And as we can see, 420 got added because 69 was found. And if we changed it to 68 and then run it, it doesn't get printed. Wait, oh, hang on, that does not prove my example. I am supposed to put the print on the outside. That was so smart of me. So we will now press run. And as you can see, 420 did not get added because it did not find 68. So we can also do something else, such as local my, we'll just do my value equals table dot find first list, and then we'll do 2. We're going to change the 68 back to a 69, but we will then do print my value. Or we're going to change 2 to 1. And then if we run, it should now print subscribe. Huh. And that'll actually give us no. See, the mistake with this, what I was about to do, is that it will print nil because it's not printing value 1. what it's doing is it's finding in the table a value that is equal to 1. So it'll look for the number 1 in the table, but it won't find it because it doesn't exist. A value that is valued as the first one does exist, but not the number 1. So if we put the number 1 as the fourth value, it would print a 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to put, since it's finding, we're going to do subscribe, and then it's going to look in the table for the string subscribe, and then it'll say, okay, well, what is the value of this? What is the index number is what it's called. And because it's first, it'll print 1 when it prints my value. So we're setting my local my value to the index number that is equal to subscribe. So when we run, it will print 1, and then it also is supposed to print our string afterwards. So that's basically it with tables. I've shown you guys how to create the table, how to insert something into the table, how to find something in the table, how to remove something from the table, and how to get the index number of something in a table. So like for example, you could look for a certain weapon in the game, or like if you're searching a player's inventory, if you have it as a list, you could do an if statement to say, hey, is this item in the inventory? If like the player is consuming it, you see if it's there. If it is there, you could let them use it, and then you would remove it from the table so it's no longer in their inventory. And you could have multiple of the same thing in a table. So if they had like 3 apples, you could have an apple 3 different times in the list. And you could remove apple once from the list, and then you would still have the other 2 apples in the backpack. So I hope that makes sense. If you guys have any questions, drop your question down in the comment. I'm more than happy to help you. And definitely feel free to share the code that you've been working on. Show me what you're putting together, what kind of games you guys building. But I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you soon.